Naam, karibu sana kabisa popote mlipo, natumaini msalama salimini. Leo ni tarehe 26 kama sijasahau, 25 mwezi wa 8 mwaka 2021. Natumaini maendelea kuwa salama na kujilinda dhidi ya ugonjwa wa uviko 19. Wakati tulikutana tuliangalia ufupisho, kuangalia mikakati ipi, the steps to use wakati wa kufupisha, na singependa tuingilie ufupisho tena, lakini there's someone, I don't still remember the name, told me I should she didn't understand actually, the lady, she didn't understand the whole topic of ufupisho. And she was like, I must repeat the whole topic. What I can say is I will not repeat the topic. Why? Because you cannot be online, I teach, and you don't ask a question, then after 1 or 2, 3 days, you inbox me and you tell me, Master, I didn't understand the topic. Today I think that is being very unserious. Kwa hivyo, you have where you can send your messages in case, the chat room, it's called the chat room. Okay, so in case there is an issue, please you type there and you say I will get the what, but you don't wait for 2 or 3 days and then you tell me, Mwalimu, I did not understand the whole topic of me. To me, that is unseriousness, and I've been very open. I don't deal with unserious students. That one, at least with Tembo, I don't do that. That's why you can see that in our group, the WhatsApp group, I've already deleted around, removed around 12 or 20 people, I think, around there. Reason, I teach, I give you work, I tell you to do that work, and you don't mind, some of you, yet you are always online 24/7. I tell you, you have a test, prepare for that test. I give a test. Some people do not bother doing that test, and you want me to continue having you in my group that I created myself for your own benefit, not my own benefit, for your own benefit. So some people are there, they just look at whatever I teach on that group, and they just keep quiet, and they want me to keep them in my group. Please, I've removed you. What I want you to do this time is you talk to your parent, let your parent talk to me. Okay? I want to be a little bit serious. The performance of the candidates of 2021 Kiswahili, 2020 Kiswahili was not all that good. And the reason was because they also ignored this very program that I'm giving you. Okay? So, with the topic today, before we go to the topic, I just want to show you ule utaratibu of summarizing the 3 steps we talked about. We shall continue with ufupisho in the other group, so do not mind. We shall continue with that topic in the other group, but for today there is a topic that I want us to look at, and but before we go there, nataka tuangalie, tupitie kidogo tu, we go through the other 3 steps I gave you of ufupisho. So tulisema tuna utaratibu, Now I'm seeing Waswa Hassan. Do we have Waswa Hassan in Kiswahili? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I'm seeing Waswa Hassan here is saying so tired. If you're so tired, please go and sleep. No one is forcing you to be online or to be in our class. Waswa Hassan, you must be a very unserious student. Please go and sleep. We don't need you in our class. Other than showing us your unseriousness, you'd rather keep quiet and get to bed and sleep. So we are looking at the utaratibu, just going through the step number 1, which we said, kwanza kabisa, you have to read soma. Okay? Soma. Don't write these things because you already have them. Soma, the habari you have been given. Okay? Soma habari. Okay? passage or whatever that you have been given. After kusoma, then step 2 is andika hoja muhimu. Important points in the passage you've read. Then outline, andika hoja muhimu, which hoja points. Okay. Then after we say these hoja muhimu, they are written under this vidokezo. Okay, this is what we said. You write vidokezo, then you write your important points that you've gotten from the passage. Let us assume you've been reading about you have been reading about performance in school. Okay. So in that passage, they are talking about how students can perform better in any given what, and probably someone is talking about kudurusu. This is revision. Okay, someone is talking about revision. This is one of the ways that you can use in having good performance. You have to revise, kudurusu. Okay, someone is saying utafiti. You have to make research. Utafiti, this is research. Research. Is it A? Okay, like this. You have to research. Okay. Maybe in that passage they are talking about consultation. This is kuuliza walimu, consultation. Someone is talking about, in that very passage they're talking about discussions. Okay. Kujadili. Let us assume these are the points in the passage that they are outlining for a student to perform better in any exam. So they're talking about revision, making research, consultation, then discussions. Okay. Maybe you can have also another very important point here is nidhamu. Just like you can see that he works for Hassan here. If he's our student, his discipline is still lacking, and such students are always it is always hard for them to pass. So nidhamu is very important. Discipline is very important, and no person who can have a write-up about students' performance and he or she forgets discipline. It's very key in passing. So these are the important points. That was step 2. Step 1 you've read. Step 2 you are getting out the important points from the passage. Then you outline them like the way I've done here. Lakini hapa tuna vidokezo. You should never forget this word. It is very important. Okay, and that is step 1 when it comes to real presentation of the summary. Now after this step, we say, I think I can naweza nikapangusa this one here. Okay, we said after this step, what you do, you come here and write nakala chafu, which you always call rough copy. Nakala chafu, rough copy. Now, with rough copy, what you are doing here, you are going to expand these points in your own words. Do not mind about the simple Kiswahili you're going to use. Do not mind about the hard words that were used in the other passage. You know, what we are looking for, I remember telling you that huwa tunatafuta ujumbe. What was the message in the original text? Okay? What was the message in the original text? The message in the original text is saying performance of students. Okay? And you have that message in your simple presentation of Kiswahili. Okay? So, here in nakala chafu, you're expanding these points. Revision, research, consultation, discussion, then display. You are presenting them. But remember, we said you present them in only aya moja. One paragraph. Aya moja. One paragraph. Okay? That's what we said. Okay, so you're having all these 5 points presented in only one paragraph. But we also said that it will depend on the number of words. Okay? If, for example, they say in only 15 words, and what you've read is 2 pages. Okay? There are 2 pages that you've read, but they want you to summarize the 2 pages in only 50 words. So, for you, do not mind about these other things in the passage. No, mind about the message that is there. What is the message? The message is about performance. And the good thing is you've gotten the important points. So the other points that are not all that important, ziache. Okay? Then come and present now these ones here in one paragraph. You expanded it. So, but as you do that, you put this number into consideration. But we said in nakala chafu, rough copy, there's no problem if your words can go up to 100 or even 200. There's no problem. Okay, that is rough copy. Remember, this is just rough copy. Okay, so after doing that, we said umeshamaliza presenting the rough copy. Remember also to show the number of words. Okay, idadi ya maneno is 100. So now we go to nakala safi. Nakala safi, which we said is a fair copy. Nakala safi. Now, with nakala safi, but maybe before that, I'm sort of forgetting something here, or nakala chafu. We said after writing this nakala chafu, which is a must also, writing it, then we write the topic, kichwa. Kichwa. Okay? We write kichwa here, we underline that kichwa in capital letters. Okay? We underline that kichwa. So if the kichwa, for example, let us assume it was kufaulu, kufaulu kwenye mitihani. Kufaulu kwenye mitihani, alafu baadaye unapiga mstari. That's your topic. Remember, you may not have the same heading, the same kichwa. No. Kathe might be having hers, Maisha might be having hers, Haya might be having hers, Naushad might be having his, etc. But for as long as that kichwa does not, kichwa hicho hakitofautike na ujumbe, so the kichwa must go in line with the message. I don't know whether together. The kichwa must go in line with the message. But it's not a must that the kichwa or the heading must be the same. No. Okay? Kila mtu wenda akawa na kichwa chake. Okay? So me, I'm assuming that this is what I've gotten as our kichwa. So I present my rough copy here after I show the number of words. Okay? Then after this is done. Remember all those marks. I told you one of the questions that students do pass so highly is this question here of summary writing. You imagine here you already have your 5 marks. Just this one here. Video case. This is already 5 marks. 5 marks here. Remember the question is out of 20 marks. Okay? So if you have 5, you're now fighting for the 15. But remember here, you have already presented your rough copy. Tayari umeshaandika nakala chafu yako. Do you know what it means here? You also have your 5 marks. These are 10 now. 10 out of nothing. 10. So ina maana kwamba now the fair copy out of the 10 marks, you must make sure at least the worst you get 7. Okay? So baada ya nakala chafu, you come to nakala safi. Please write this kichwa here again here. Do not mind about you should not change the kichwa. If here you had kufaulu kwenye mitihani, please transfer the same heading here. Kufaulu kwenye mitihani. The same. Transfer it here. Okay? Again underline. Then now start your nakala safi. As you do this, remember, the question is saying 50 words. But rough copy you had 100. Now what do? You do not cross anything in nakala safi. You do not start writing in nakala safi and then later on you cross words in nakala safi. Remember, it is called nakala safi. Safi actually means clean, smart. So we do not expect uchafu wowote. Uchafu in nakala safi. But you have all the rights of kuweka uchafu in nakala chafu, and indeed that's why it is called nakala chafu. So when you are reducing the number, nakala chafu, you had 100 words. Now go back to nakala chafu. Start crossing some words you feel are not all that important to be in your what? In your summary. Cross them out. Cross, don't mind. You cross. Say this one I don't want it. The other one I don't want it. The other one I don't want it. The other one I don't want it. Not until you come to this figure here. 50. Oh, we said the allowance can be, we said plus 5 plus 10. Plus 5. So we can have 55 words. No problem. Okay? So that's what we said. Cross nakala chafu. Then after, when you feel you're now satisfied with what the number you want, transfer in nakala safi. Please do not put there uchafu wowote. If you put uchafu in nakala safi, you lose marks. So out of 10, you may end up getting only 5. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the 3 steps. Vidokezo, nakala chafu, halafu nakala safi. Okay? But these ones will come after you've read and understood what you've read, then get the message. Okay? Sometimes we always say that a student can squeeze the passage. Squeezing is more or less done here in nakala chafu. But I think when we meet physically, we shall show you how to squeeze it, because some students might have a problem of getting the message on their own. And sometimes we do not blame you, kwa sababu Kiswahili chenu bado kifinyu sana, bado kichanga sana. So it might be hard for you to get the message, or the whole message. You may get half message from the passage. Then what do we do if we cannot present in our own words? Because for example, me, I will read something at my level. After reading it, I will put the paper aside and start writing what I have gotten from the passage. And I will use my own words, not the words in the original word. But at your level, I know it might be very hard. So sometimes we always say you can squeeze it. And squeezing it means you drop some words. But as you do that also, the message must be there. Because what we are looking for is the message. Okay? Is the message. So that lady who said, please, I did not understand, this blah, blah, you know, at least I've tried to remind you. What I may not do is repeating the whole thing, that just like I did the other time. Okay? But I must also request you that always be attentive. If you have decided, if you paid your money for these online lessons, please, when you get on a machine, in front of your machine, be attentive. Some of you are always taken away by some other things. You are here attending a lesson, you are watching a movie on the screen. Okay? You cannot do 2 things at once or 3 things at once. Okay? So, but still, we do encourage you. Send your complaints immediately, either after or during the lesson, but not after 2 days. Okay? Not after 2 days. But just like I've said, we shall continue with this topic in the other group. Actually, today, I think it's today, Wednesday, we shall continue. There is something I gave Kathy that we did here. We're supposed to summarize it, and then we. So today, please, you should be there. Now, Mbali with this one here, because this is not our topic today. Our topic today is about okay. is about common suffixes. Common suffixes. Viambishi tamati. Viambishi tamati viangama. I don't know whether you'll see this side. Viambishi tamati viangama. Yeah, this is the same. Viambishi tamati viangama. These are just common suffixes. Okay, common suffixes. This is one of the simplest topics. Okay, maybe when you look at this whole thing here, you're like, oh, what's that? That's common suffixes. Okay, common suffixes. Can even leave it at that, common suffix. Okay. Now we are going to look at 3 of them, and we are beginning with A. Shall I have ni? Ni. My marker again wants to betray me. This is ni. Ni. Okay. So that is a common suffix, and here the suffix ni is added to nouns. This is added to nouns. It's added to nouns in order to give them. In order to give them an adverbial sense. An adverbial sense. Okay? So even though we leave it at that, we may not add on something else. Okay? So we are saying this ni, this common suffix ni, is added to nouns in order to give them an adverbial sense. Okay? In order to give them an adverbial sense. Okay? Now, let us have examples. And we see that it is something very, very simple. Okay? We can have a noun is added to nouns. Okay? So let us have, for example, noun. My marker. Tuangalie noun hapa ya kwanza. Kwa mfano tuangalie noun nyumba. 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 Okay? Nyumba. 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 Okay? So someone is saying, I'm coming from home. Okay? I'm coming from home. I'm going home. I'm at home. I'm in the house. Okay? I'm on the house. Maybe someone climbed on top of the what? Hey, can't you climb on top of the house? Okay? Now, have you heard that? Okay? I'm going home. I'm coming from home. I'm at home. I'm in the house. You know, I'm on, you know. Now, all those things will be represented by this ni. 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 Huh? Ni. And how? So, this noun plus the suffix ni is giving us what, Kathy? This noun plus suffix ni gives us what? Nyumbani. Okay? Nyumbani. Okay? Now, I want you to translate these statements. Natoka nyumbani. Natoka nyumbani. Huh? There's no pronoun. Natoka nyumbani. Natoka nyumbani. Kwa Kiingereza? Kwa Kiingereza? I'm coming from home. I'm coming. I'm easy. Oh dear. Okay. Coming from home. Natoka nyumbani. That arm is not there. It is there. It is there. It is this one here. Yes, it is that one. Natoka nyumbani. I'm coming from home. Okay? So, this ni gives it an adverbial sense. Okay? Then number 2. Na enda nyumbani. I'm going home. I'm going home. Naenda nyumbani. I'm going home. Okay? Natoka nyumbani, I'm coming from home. Naenda nyumbani, I'm going home. Okay? We can have another one here, and I say niko nyumbani. Niko nyumbani. I'm at home. Okay? Where are you? Niko nyumbani. Uko wapi? Niko nyumbani. I'm at home. Niko nyumbani. I'm at home. Niko nyumbani. We still have our suffix ni that is giving us the adverbial sense. Okay? I want to clean this board here because this space, let me see. This space is being seen. Okay, let me just clean. The good thing now, you have already written something up here. Okay, this is the topic. Viambishi tamati viangama, common suffixes. Okay, and we have begun with the ni. Okay, so we can have number 3 here. Msema natoka nyumbani, naenda nyumbani, niko nyumbani. I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Still, it will be niko nyumbani. The same thing. You see, house is nyumba. Okay? House is nyumba. And I want you to see the difference here, by the way. House is nyumba. House is nyumba. Home is nyumbani. That's how beautiful languages can be sometimes. Home is nyumbani, house nyumba. But still, that does not take away our ni as common suffix. Okay? Okay. Now, let us use this one here. I'm in. Inside the house. Okay? Let us just use this example here. What if we drop this ni? What if we drop that ni? Okay? What can we say? Here we can say niko ndani ya nyumba. Niko ndani ya nyumba. The mistake that you must not do, makosa ambayo usifanye, ni kusema niko ndani ya nyumbani. That will be now wrong. The moment you say niko ndani ya nyumbani, ni kama repetition. Na kwa umejirudia mwenyewe kwa sababu already you have ndani. Okay? Remember we said that the other ni, that common suffix, gives an adverbial sense. So inatosha wewe kutoa ndani ukasema niko nyumbani. Or if you don't want to use that ni, because it's also correct, it's not a must that you must use that niko, that common suffix, you will say niko ndani ya nyumba. Okay? Niko ndani ya nyumba. It's just like these ones here, the previous sentences, where we said niko nyumbani, naenda nyumbani. Naenda nyumbani. Naenda nyumbani. Okay? Now let us get another noun here. We've been using nyumba. Let us look at maybe shule. 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 Okay. Shule. Okay. So the should also plus the common suffix will give us shuleni. Shuleni. Okay? Naenda shuleni, niko shuleni, natoka shuleni. Naenda shuleni, niko shuleni, natoka shuleni. Okay? But still someone can say, by the way, naenda kwa shule. Naenda kwa shule. I'm going to school. I'm going to school. Naenda kwa shule. Please, usifanye makosa ukasema naenda kwa shuleni. Haya yatakuwa ni makosa. Usiseme naenda kwa shuleni. That is a mistake. Okay? Because when you say naenda kwa shuleni, already umeshatumia kwa. Then you don't need to use the common suffix ni. Naenda kwa shule. Correct. It is very correct, by the way. Very correct. But me, I would prefer dropping kwa and add ni. Naenda shuleni. Naenda shuleni. Na enda shuleni. Natoka kwa shule. Natoka kwa shule. Natoka kwa shule. Natoka shuleni. My dears, my markers have a problem here, but we shall try to do what? Natoka, oh sorry, no, this one here. Natoka shuleni. Okay. Niko kwa shule. Niko kwa shule. Niko shuleni. I'm at school. So these are the options. You may use kwa, which is correct, no problem. Natoka kwa shule, correct. Or natoka shuleni. But you see, when Kathy uses natoka kwa shule and I use natoka shuleni, someone who is listening will automatically know that I know better Kiswahili than Kathy. That's why we say that the common suffix gives an adverbial sense. An adverbial sense. Natoka shuleni. And then the other says natoka kwa shule. Someone will automatically say, this one knows better Kiswahili than the other one. But in the real sense, grammatically, sentences zote mbili ni sahihi. They are correct. Kamisi anasema I'm going home. Yes, naenda nyumbani. Naenda nyumbani. I'm home, niko nyumbani. Niko nyumbani. Good. Okay. So I think with these these only two. Let me see. Okay. There are two examples because now we've used shule and nyumbani. Now let us see. Do this. Let us do this. We get a verb and give it we add there a common suffix. Okay. Shule, shuleni. Soko, yes. Soko. Sokoni. You come and write the others. You come and write the others here. You come. Nataka Katha aandike hapa. Okay, another one. Shamba, asante. Shamba. Then this will be shambani. Katha, I taught this topic.
No, one thing. Mr. Zakaria was telling us.
Oh, that's good. Kamisi is saying, teacher, if I don't put the at, would it be wrong? For example, can you give us an example of that sentence?
In the translation.
If I don't put the at, would it be wrong? Sasa sikuelewi hapo Kamisi. sikuelewi kabisa, lakini waweza kunipa mfano wa sentence, then we see how we can translate it. Okay, shamba, soko, shamba, sokoni, shambani. We can have msikiti, msikiti, alafu tukawa na msikitini, msikitini. Naweza kuwa na kanisa hapa, kanisa, kanisani. Naweza kuwa na uwanja, uwanja, field or pitch. Pitch, uwanja, then you can say uwanjani. You can say, you can have mji, a town. Naenda mjini, mji, town. Then have mjini. Okay. Kijiji, good, a village. Natoka kijijini, coming from the village, kijiji. Have kijijini. Kama kawaida. Kamisi nasubiri, I want you to give us an example of a sentence please, so that we see how best we can translate it by using that art, kwa sababu sikufahamu what you are exactly asking here. Okay, let's have more, around 6-7 examples, and then we go to another common suffix. Let us have another one here. Okay. Then you can have darasa, which is a class. Darasani. You can have Kisiwa. That's what, an island. Kisiwa. Why can't we use ziwa at least? Ziwa, lake, bahari. What is bahari? Bahari ni nini nyinyi watoto jamani? Bahari, because I remember that's where I gave that ziwa thing and bahari thing and people are confused eh? Bahari ni yale mabahari makubwa, mabahari ya oceans eh? Bahari. Ziwa, these lakes. Na kwa kawaida ziwa huwa dogo kuliko bahari. A lake is smaller than an ocean. So the other one is bahari, this one is ziwa. Maziwa plural, mabahari the other side plural. Okay? Okay, so we are saying bahari, baharini, kitanda, kitandani, kitandani. Meko is what? Meko ni nini? Meko is a kitchen. Meko. Mekoni. Meko. Then you can have also sebule. Sebule. I'm now giving you vocabularies. These are misamiati that you can may use in your composition writing. Sebule is a living room. Okay? Sebule. So here changes to sebuleni. Sakafu is a floor. Sakafu, a floor. Sakafuni. Sakafu. Okay. You can have another one. Kiwanda. Good. Kiwanda is industry or factory. Kiwanda. Kiwandani. Kiwandani. You can have safari. Safari. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey. I'm in a journey. Aha, I'm on a journey, safari. So tasema niko safarini. Ama natoka safarini. Aha. This is S. Safari. Okay. I want us to fill up this space here. Kibanda. Kibanda is a what? A hut. Ah. Okay. Kibandani. Kibandani can be a hut, can be a tent, can be temporary, whatever. Kibandani. Okay, can I have duka? Duka is a shop. Dukani. etc. You can have these examples to guide us. Okay? Can I have these examples to guide us that whenever you are to use them in a sentence, please get used to using that adverbial, that common suffix ni. Okay, just like we've said that it gives an adverbial sense. Okay? Sakafuni, sebuleni, mekoni, kitandani, baharini, darasani, msikitini, kanisani, uwanjani, shambani, sokoni, na kadhalika, etc. Okay? What you are saying is we should avoid this here. Kwa mfano, if I said weka kitabu kwenye meza. Weka kitabu kwenye meza. Put the book on the table. Elaborate nasema hekalu. Yes, hekaluni. You see, so every verb you see, not a verb. Every noun just add there. However, by the way, we have to be very careful with this. Actually, I've just before I give it to that one, I've remembered something here. The mistakes some people will do. Look here, that because I've said nouns and mtu is a noun. See here, mtu. Now people say mutuni. No. Mtotoni. No. That one is not there. Okay? Chakulani. No. Okay? So we have to be very careful with the nouns that we're supposed to attach the common suffix ni. Okay? So weka kitabu kwenye meza. That is correct and very correct. And I'm saying, or I've already said, what we must avoid is having, for example, this kwenye, and then having the common suffix ni. So that you have a sentence that looks like weka kitabu kwenye mezani. This is wrong. Okay? It is very, very wrong. You either use kwenye, leave out ni, or remove kwenye and use ni. Okay? Kamisi, niko nyumbani, you said I'm at home. Yes, in English. So, I was asking if I say I'm home without at, would it be wrong? I'm home. I think it's correct. I'm home. Niko nyumbani. I'm at home. The same, sindio? Yes. Kamisi, ni mamoja tu. Sentence ni sawa, ni sahihi. I'm at home. I'm home. Ni mamoja tu. Ni sahihi, hamna tatizo lolote. Lakini sisi kwa Kiswahili itabaki tu niko nyumbani. Sawa kabisa. Waingereza huenda katumia at, mwingine huenda akataka kutumia at, lakini sisi itabakia tu niko nyumbani. Okay? Elaborate anasema, does it only apply to places? Non-living things? What do you mean non-living thing? Oh yeah, yes. Places true, lakini na nimesema kwa mfano tumetumia hapa meza, you can see meza. Okay? We used darasa for example. No, we used kitanda if you can remember, kitandani. Okay? So places, yes, that we must avoid, for example, just like I said, Kampala, and elaborate you are saying niko Kampalani. No, hiyo si sahihi. Usiseme niko Kampalani, okay? Okay. Acha niangalie mwingine hapa. Does it okay? I think that is the only. Okay. So that's what we look. By the way, lile ambalo kulifahamu hapa waweza kuliweka ukaliuliza jioni pale ama wakati utakapokutana ana kwa ana. Just like I told you that some of these topics mtakapokuja inshallah we shall be forced to go through them again with you so that mzifahamu vizuri. Okay? Hapa ni kwa nini? Kwa sababu we meet for a very short time. Alafu tena kwa wiki kama 2-3 tunakutana mara moja tu. So inakuwa haitoshi. It's not enough for us, okay? So mambo mengine haya tutayarudia wakati tutakapokutana ana kwa ana. Ana kwa ana means face to face. Okay? Sawa. Nikataka tuangalie sasa suffix j. This is B. Suffix j. This one here. Can tell me whether you have that suffix, that suffix. You have it? Good. Oh, okay, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay, suffix j. If we can write something very small about suffix j. Suffix j is attached. This is attached at the end, at the end of the verb in order to express how what. Okay, in order to express how what. Okay, this is attached, this J is attached at the end of the verb in order to express how what. Okay, in order to express how and what. Okay, so let us study the following examples carefully. Tuangalie mifano hii kwa uangalifu sana. Okay, mfano wa kwanza unasema tutawaambiaje tukiwaona. First example, tutawaambiaje. Our emphasis on this J here. Tukiwaona. Now it's asking, tutawaambiaje tukiwaona. Tutawaambiaje tukiwaona. See, our J is here. We say it is attached at the end of the verb. What's the verb here? The verb is ambia. Ambia. Are you seeing that? That's the verb. Now we add there our common suffix J. Okay? Tutawaambiaje tukiwaona. How shall we tell them? After seeing them. How shall we tell them? When? After? Inakuwaje? Tutawaambiaje tukiwaona? No? When we see them. Good. So, what shall we tell them when we see them? Tutawaambiaje. How? Tutawaambiaje. We have said to express how or what. Okay? Watapata mfano wa pili. Mfano wa pili. Umelalaje? Umelalaje? I was asking. Umelalaje. Remember, this is a kind of greeting. Okay? Umelalaje. The Baganda would say, wasuzotia. Umelalaje. Okay? How have you slept? But basically, someone just wants to know, how was your night? Sama. So, umelalaje. What's the verb here? Is la. And we attach the J. I don't know where together there, Elaborate and Kamis and who else? Don't tell me I'm teaching only 2 students. Muzasi Nadim mbona simjui huyo? Nani huyo? Lakini sawa, yeyote ambaye yuko kwenye line ni sawa tu. Ni sawa tu. Umelalaje? Mfano wa tatu, utakipataje? Utakipataje? Kathy, how do you translate that? Utakipataje? How will you get it? Utakipataje? Labda ulipoteza kitabu chako. Okay? Ulipoteza kitabu chako, you lost your book, and your colleague is asking, utakipataje? How will you get it? Nitakitafuta, I will look for it. Sawa? Utakipataje. Our interest is this J. And the verb, remember, is pata, because we say it is attached at the end of the verb. So when we say utakipataje, we mean how will you get it. Okay? Mfano wa nne, watatorokaje? Watatorokaje. The verb here is toroka. Watatorokaje. Banange. Nabepanga. Banatoroka batya. Huyo ni Mganda basi. Lakini Mwingereza atasema, how will they escape? Mswahili atasema, watatorokaje. Watatorokaje. We are looking at common suffix J. And we are saying that J is attached at the end of the verb to express how or what. And this is what we are coming out with. Number 5. Number 5 huyu anauliza, tutafanyaje sasa? Mambo huenda amewaendea mrama. Vitu vibasobedde, things are now complicated for you. Now a colleague is asking, tutafanyaje sasa? Translation? What will we do now? When do we use shall? So when you say we? Shall. But if I say, what shall we do now? Is it correct? What shall we do now? Okay, so tutafanyaje sasa? What will we do now? Okay, tutafanyaje. The verb, remember, there is fanya, do. Then we attach J on fanya. I don't know whether I should give more examples because I say as if these are just enough. How? I should be what? Yeah? Si wanu umenipa how? Sasa jamani, Kiingereza hapa. It should be what, not how. Si ndio? Hey, tutafanyaje sasa? What shall we do now? Tutafanyaje, not how. Okay? Hey. Then tuangalie mfano wa 6. Wasemaje bwana? Wasemaje bwana? Wasemaje bwana? Wasemaje bwana? Wasemaje bwana? What do you say, sir? Huh? What do you say, sir? What do you say, sir? Sir, what do you say? What which is which? Sir, what do you say? What do you say, sir? I think that is correct. What do you say, sir? Wasemaje, bwana? The verb here is sema. Okay? But of course, another person can say, unasemaje, because people may be confused. Hey, why is he saying wa? Unasemaje, bwana? It's correct. Wasemaje, bwana? Correct. Okay? Okay. I think supposed to be? Hiki ni Kiswahili. Hiki ni Kiswahili kabisa.
When you say what, it means you, but plural.
Hey.
And you're asking one person.
But if I want to use plural, I would say watasemaje bwana. Watasemaje. Wasemaje. Wasemaje. Wewe wasemaje. That is Kiswahili. That is Kiswahili. Okay, that is the Kiswahili, no problem. But just like I've said, you can use unasemaje. It is also correct. Okay. Now let us look at these examples are enough. Just enough. Enough, please. Unless you want us to add more examples. But for as long as you have the verb, add there the J, you will get the what we are trying to do. What? Okay. Okay, we can now leave this J. Can leave this J. I've said, please get any verb, and then add there that J. You get the. Okay, let us look at G. Not jazz of English. We have G of Kiswahili. This G here. G. Okay? The other one is ga, ge, gi. This is G. Kuna tofauti kabisa. Okay, so we are saying the suffix G is used, this is used with verbs to form nouns. This is used with verbs to form nouns. This is used with verbs to form nouns. Such nouns formed are commonly names of people, and associated with doing particular, commonly names of people associated with doing a particular job. Okay, this is used, we are talking about common suffix G, Gi. This is used with verbs to form nouns. Such nouns formed are commonly names of people associated with doing a particular job. Okay? Basi anasema hii G, this common suffix G, hiki kiambishi tamati kiangama G kinatumiwa na vitenzi kuzaa nomino. Kiambishi tamati kiangama kinatumiwa na vitenzi verbs kuzaa, to produce or to form nomino, nouns. Na tumesema nomino hizo ambazo zimezaliwa au ambazo zimefanywa, such nouns formed are common names of people Nomino hizo ambazo zimezaliwa au ambazo zimefanywa, okay, kawaida ni majina ya watu ambao hufanya kazi fulani. Ni majina ya watu ambao hufanya kazi fulani. Names of people associated with doing a particular job. Sawa? Sawa jamani? Sasa tuangalie mifano. Tuangalie mifano. Okay. Okay. So tuna kwa mfano sikiliza. 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 Makazi zangu jamani, mtaniwia radhi, zimechoka kuandika, lakini nitazilazimisha kuandika. I will force them to write. How will they escape? What will we do now? Oh, Kamisi bwana, huko tumeshatoka. Huko tumeshatoka bwana Kamisi. Tuko hapa sasa G. Hiyo ni J. How will they escape? Watatorokaje? What will we do? What will we do? Tutafanyaje? Tutafanyaje sasa? Huko tushatoka sasa. We are on this B. Is it B or C? A was ni, B was J, this is C. We are on C, and C is JI. Okay? And we have already said that this is used with verbs to form nouns. Such nouns formed are commonly names of people associated with doing a particular job. Okay? Maybe you can add something here, and we say, but to suffix G to a verb, problem is, kazi zangu jamani, I don't know. Something I wanted to add, something very small here. But to suffix G to a verb to form nouns, such nouns formed in this way are commonly but to suffix G to a verb, good, but suffix G to a verb in the verb stem, good, I think here there's a comma here, but to suffix G to a verb, yes, the verb stem should first be preceded by the appropriate subject prefix, subject prefix of the noun concerned. When I look at my watch, it's time up, but I don't know. They told me they always add around 10 minutes, 20 for questions. But before that, I wanted us to look at one or two at least examples. I don't know whether I should grab the first part or I should grab this first part. But I think this one is, they have already written this here. I want us to look at one or two examples. For example, we're having this sikiliza. Sikiliza is listen. Now, we have said G, the suffix G is used with verbs
To form nouns, this is a verb sikiliza. Okay? How do you form a noun? We are saying, aha. But to suffix G, to a verb, in order to form a noun, the verb stem should first be preceded by the appropriate subject prefix of the noun concerned. Of the noun preceded. The word is here. Preceded. So, msikilizaji, the appropriate is this. Appropriate subject prefix is that. Okay? Then we get msikili. We get our sikiliza here. Are you seeing that? Appropriate subject word, prefix M plus C. What am I writing this plus here? Let me just put it up here. Plus sikiliza, plus the common suffix which is G. And then we come up with musikilizaji. Musikilizaji. A listener. M plus sikiliza plus G. Musikilizaji. You can also look at tangaza. Tangaza will give us M plus tangaza plus G to get mtangazaji. Tangaza is announce. Tangaza, announce. Okay? So the person who does that work is mtangazaji. Mtangazaji. We have soma. M plus soma plus G. We get msomaji. Sindio kaka? Msomaji, a reader. Soma, msomaji. Tuna uza. Plus G. Then we get mu. That is wrong. That is wrong. This is wrong. Webarinyo. Yeah. But this is MW. This one. Subject prefix MW. So get this muzaji. Good, Kathy. Good. Muzaji. Okay. So okay, let us maybe add another, since our known as chess to me in the room, I can continue. Hey. So if you have cheza, you can also have mchezaji. Okay? Then what else? The example here? Chinja. Chinja is slaughter. Slaughter. Mchinjaji. What is mchinjaji in English? It's butcher. Then where they sell meat? So the one who slaughters is called a butcher, and where they sell from, butcher also. Butcher.
Yes. Then apostrophe.
Okay. Hey, okay. Omba. Muombaji. Asante sana. Muombaji. Huh? Winda. I don't know whether these guys are writing these things very fast. Winda, hunt. Winda. We have Mwindaji. Please, you're up now. The lesson is open for questions before we call it a day. You can ask questions if you have them. Otherwise, we'll be having other examples. Imba. To get.
So where is vowel, we add
W. Imba, mwimbaji, a singer. a singer, a singer. Okay. Sema, sema, msemaji, sema, sema. Speak. Then you have msemaji. This is a spokesperson or a speaker. A speaker, msemaji, msemaji, sema, msemaji. Okay. Unless this one is giving me a very good example here, but mtazamaji, mtangazaji, I already given you that. Mfanyaji, a doer, a maker, a worker. Piga, mpigaji. Chunga, mchungaji, shepherd, we pastor, mchungaji, mchungaji, mchungaji. Okay. I think in case of any question, tell her when you listen. I don't ask the problem. Okay. In case there's a question, please, you can waweza kuuliza, usiwe na tatizo lolote, bado tuna wakati wowote. Wakati wetu bado upo, waweza kuuliza. Tuliangalia common suffix ni, tukaangalia common suffix j, tukaangalia common suffix now g. Okay, with p, the remaining one, I think we shall look at that next time. Lakini labda tukirudia kidogo tu kwa haraka haraka, if we are to summarize a bit, taweza ku kama machache hapa haraka sana. Tulisema this name gives us a noun, soko, alafu tukaweka that common suffix to give us sokoni. Okay, tutaweza kuwa na shule plus ni to give us shuleni. Okay, tukasema tutaweza kuwa na kanisa plus ni to give us kanisani. Okay, that was our A. Tukasema B tuwe na J. Tukasema hii J it is a verb, then having that J at the end, attaching J at the end. Kwa mfano lala, lala, alafu tukawa na anasema umelala J. Okay, so our interest was on that J here. Okay, umelala J. Pika, wamepikaje. Fanya, utafanya J. Of course, this one had question mark at the end. Okay? Now tukasema with this one, the last one, with the G, this one is attached at the end to give us kazi ya mtu ambaye anaifanya. Okay? Kwa mfano tumesema tutakuwa na kitenzi soma. Kitenzi hiki kitakuwa attached to subject prefix, tuwe na yetu tuweke soma, alafu at the end tupate msomaji. Okay, kasema tutakuwa na sikiliza plus our m, alafu itatupa msikilizaji. Okay, tukasema tukiwa na this one that begin with a vowel, tutaweka m w, alafu tulete muuzaji, muuzaji. Imba, another one that begins with a vowel, plus our mw plus imba, alafu ji, to get mwimbaji. So this is what we have looked at. Inshallah wakati mwingine tutakapokutana we shall look at the remaining common suffix p. Okay, but kindly know how best to use these common suffixes that we call viambishi tamati viangama. I'm pretty sure when you saw the heading you thought that maybe it's something that is very complicated, but these are the things that we are meant to look at, and I have a feeling that at least mmefahamu vya kutosha, kwa sababu nimeangalia maswali hapa na majibu ambayo nilikuwa natuma, hata kama ni Kamis na elaborate. Wengine natumaini mmekuwa mkifuatilia vizuri na mmefahamu vizuri. Unless otherwise, let us call it a day. Just like I said, in the evening we shall meet and we shall be continuing with the summary writing. For now, nawatakia kila la kheri popote mlipo. Endeleeni kujilinda dhidi ya ugonjwa wa uviko 19 kwa kuvaa barakoa. Hii ni barakoa, kwa kunawa mikono na kujitenga angalau mita 2 au mita 3 na marafiki zako. Assalamu alaikum.